Just arrived at the Valtra factory just outside Vascular, so we're going to have a look around the visitor centre and then go and look at the production line, and then we're going to go and drive some tractors. But first, have a look what we did last night. Guess which mega tractors they are. Going right through the centre of Vascular. So we just arrived in Vascular, it's day one. We're just seeing some trains out the window, and then now we're going to something to eat at a restaurant owned by one of the world famous tractor pullers. When we can find the lifts, I think they're this way. This is the difference between a street that's not heated and a street that is heated. See the line, can't you? Big loading shovel there. Moving snow.
We're sorted now. Now we're away.
This street here is full of ice and snow, but rather than clear it, they just put gravel on, make it grippy, see? And then this is the bit where it's heated and it's just not even there now. Back to today, and there's no train of tractors, but there's a big train of logs. Forestry is obviously a massive thing out here. Dig it over tilt bucket, just clearing roads. I know it's on the railway line, isn't it? That's where we are, Vascular. Done that before, Annie. It's 50 mile an hour on ice, isn't
it? And here's the Valtra tractor plant. So in the front we've got the atrium, where it's the welcome point, so we'll be dropped off here and then...
It's a beast, isn't it? These tyres. This one's showing you different knocking tyres, so you've got that pattern, and obviously the front. It's different patterns. Got that and that. Two Q series, is it? 305s. Oh no, that's an S. With 900 tyres, some huge wheel weights. It's got a weight on the back, this one as well. That's 400 horsepower. We'll just have a quick mooch around the shop. Everything's red and black. Oh, this is what I need. A new insulated body warmer. Not body warmer. Overalls. The other ones are ripped on the leg. Valtra dressing gown. Kids stuff. Valtra cake tin. Some of the really early ones here now. 57 to 59. 1951.
The atrium at the bottom, our main production assembly line is over here with our transmission assembly plant on the left side there, and our unlimited studio over here. As it shows here, we have our new paint shop, UK and Ireland also very much up there.
Now in the transmission plant, they all look pretty similar though, don't they? Well, this is a gearbox being freshly machined. Proper smooth. Still warm. Quite a few of them. No way. Don't know what it says. Each one of them trolleys will be parts to fit into one of these gearboxes. You've got all the different bits, some accumulators and some pipes and bearings and bolts and studs. Like diff gears. These are some of the diffs here, so that one is matched to that one, and then that one's matched to that one. That's a 50k one because there's 11 teeth and 38. No, sorry. Yeah, that's got 9 on and 38 teeth, and then I can't remember what that one was. And then that's out of a 30k tractor, so it's a lot smaller. There's only less teeth on it. So obviously it goes slower. Gareth stood next to it for scale. The transmission now, see all the cogs inside, filter houses on it, spool block, PTO. That's a load of clutch plates, I think out of a power shift maybe. Huge. There's a casting just come out of where it's being cleaned. Springs coming. There's a transmission with the axles on and the lift cylinders on a little robotic trolley ready to go to the line when it's needed. And another one's just arriving now to get put on a trolley. There's like a hitch we have in the UK, so a Dramone one. And then here it's going to have a ladder hitch on, so it's through the rails. This shows the difference in size between the tractors. That's a small tractor and that's a big tractor. Transmission's huge. Just stand next to that gearbox for scale. That is a Vario transmission, similar to the green and red tractors. It's huge. Once the transmission and axles are put on, all the hydraulics, the whole thing is run up as a bench test before it even goes to the line. So you can see all the plugs and hydraulic fittings plugged in to test it. Just look at this speed sensor and how you'd change it. Well, there is like a little hatch there that you can get your hand in if you've got little hands. But if that wasn't there, you'd have to split it from the engine. You can obviously see the depth of the snow, so these cabs get made about 2.5 hours away. But when they arrive, they've got the beacons on, the mirrors on, the right seat in it, the computers, the software's even loaded on the computers, ready for the cabs just to drop on once they go through that door onto the production line. So we've just come out of the transmission factory, which is this building, and then now we're going to go into that one, I think, which is the production line. This is the new paint shop. That's why it's all new and shiny. So all the engines come in ready to go in. Fair few. Just putting an engine to a transmission now. This is some of the fronts, so this bolts, the engine bolts in there, and then the T-series it bolts to the front of the engine. So they look different, but it's basically the front of the tractor. There's the bracket for the top link. And your spools would be there, trailer plug. Lower links would go on them holes at the bottom. So the transmission and engine are now bolted together and it's on a rail and it'll go all the way down the building. I think they said it's 200 metres long. They've even got the link arms on them now as they move slowly along that way. So every, I think, 12 minutes, the line moves on. That's leaving the line, going on that trolley, and then it's going to go into the paint shop. That's ready to go in the... No, that's just come out the paint shop, sorry, over there. So it lifts it up, takes it that way, paints it, and then brings it back. One there, just come out the paint shop. Look how complicated that is. That's an S series with all the cables and wires and a huge engine. And that's a little A series next to it. It's nowhere near as complicated. That's a huge bar axle for a big S series. It's massive. This is just a new building that they keep all the parts in if they need it. So if they ever have a delay in any parts arriving, they just get them off the shelf in here. But look at them. Hydraulically adjustable width and side shift. It's clever, that, isn't it? It's a cab now just landing on a transmission. Starting to look more like a tractor now as it goes down the line. The different light brackets here, they're like the old style, they're like the new style. That one's got its cab and engine on and its front linkage. They put the wheels down there and then they come off the line and then they come into here, and that's where they get inspected for quality. But it's too dangerous to go where they're putting the wheels on because they're quite big and there's too many of us, so we can't see that bit. These are some that were built, well, before the last batch of snow, which was, to be fair, was just before we arrived. There's a sexy grey one there, and then we're going to go now in this unlimited building, which is where they basically customise them to meet customers' needs. Gone to aluminium steps now. Look at the icicles hanging off this. This must be a demonstrator because it says it's made for Agco International. Look at that one there, it's yellow. Don't count the yellow cars, count the yellow tractors. That's what colour we used to get, green. Can't really see because it's covered in snow. Stand next to it for scale, Laura. It's big, that, isn't it? I've got some special shoes on to allow me to come into this section over here and look at the paint job or the wrap on this in the unlimited studio. It's obviously got black rims on. Bridgestone tyres, random. It's got central tyre inflation on the front but not on the back, and then on the here it's got 3 hitches at all different heights. Looks good though, doesn't it? Got an airline on the front as well, that's a good idea. There's a train all loaded up, ready to go out, and tractors everywhere. There's hundreds of them. Well, the yellow one as well. I think that's my favourite colour at the moment, but Charlotte likes the grey. That's the one that they had at the tractor pull, isn't it? There's snow on the roof. Valtra. That's the one we just seen. The foam makes everything look grey because the white of the snow, it dulls the colours down, which is really annoying. Right, I've changed the exposure now so you can hopefully see the colours a bit better. Not made a lot of difference if I'm honest. There's a big S series. That was blue, it'd be Subaru or Williams Clio's, gold wheels. Matte black with gold wheels. Look at these. What are they called? Icicles, isn't it? It's stalactites then, isn't it? Massive, that, isn't it? What did you call this before? A wigwam? A woodwam?
Yeah, a wooden wigwam.
We're in a wooden wigwam now.
Cotter.
Cotter. Eating reindeer stew. So this is reindeer stew, but his nose is a bit chewy. Let's stand next to them. It's only bigger than you. There's a pink tractor over here, or a purple one. It's like a tie-dye colour scheme. This is the big S. Massive. Playtime now on the test track. There's loads more of playing on the tractors, but you can see that tomorrow because the video is getting too long. We've just been playing on these and you'll see that again tomorrow. Anyway, from Finland, day 2. Thanks for watching. Here's Ian with the birthdays. I'll see you tomorrow.
Dave Daddycuss is 50, Lila Bell, happy birthday to you. Tom Ford is 32 and Michael McIntyre is 47. £60,470 raised. Do you know he's only 2 years older than me? Today's quiz question is who's funnier?